Hello YouTube. Today I'm making a video about my new 2022 Bolt EUV Launch Edition in the metallic blue. And I just wanted to go through all of the things that I love about this car and all of the things that I might not love about this car, and just present them to you in a really quick, concise YouTube video so you can get an idea of whether or not this car could be for you or not. So get ready, and here we go. My first favorite feature here is Super Cruise. You can see you have the black bar indicating that you have Super Cruise, as well as the camera here. Here's a clip of Super Cruise in action. Super Cruise works really well in the 400 or so miles that I've used it for, and it really takes the stress away from driving, so I love this feature. This car also comes equipped with a wireless charging pad, and something that I haven't seen on other reviews talk about is that when you have the air conditioner on, this pad actually gets cool, and it will cool your phone as you're charging, which I think is pretty neat considering Android Auto and any connected services generally use a lot of energy and heat up your phone. So that's a great touch. Another new thing for the 2022 EUV is you have a new shifter set layout here. So there's switches and buttons instead of that clunky shifter knob. So pull up for drive, press in for neutral, pull up for reverse, and push in for park, and then you have your parking brake right here. Very nice, enjoyable to use. Another thing I absolutely love about this car is the infotainment system. It is leaps and bounds better than the old 2017 to 2021 Bolts. It's so much faster, it's more responsive, and it's just a joy to use. Wireless Android Auto is great, and it works really well. So that's a big plus here, you can see. One specific part about the infotainment system that I really love is the navigation system. It's really smooth, responsive, quick, and it's really easy to find the address you want to go to. Also, a really nice touch is you can find EV chargers built into the navigation system, and it will show you EV chargers in your area. So that is a big plus, and it's super helpful for trying to find charging stations, whether you're going on a long trip or just looking in your area. I love the camera system on this car as well. The top-down view of the car is super helpful when parking, especially for parallel parking, because you can see exactly how far from the curb you are without actually moving your mirrors. And there's a lot of options for cameras. You can have a rear camera, the front camera. There's also cameras for the wheels, the right and left, front and rear. So that's a really nice touch. I also really like the rear view camera on this car. It's really high res and has a wide field of view. Getting into the climate section here, I love these toggle switches for the climate settings. They're really snappy, really clicky, very nice, enjoyable to use. The 2022 EUV also comes with heated and ventilated seats. I love the ventilated seats. Having air conditioner on your butt and your back is just awesome in the summer, especially on these leather seats. Cargo room in the Bolt is pretty good. It's similar to what I had in a 2017. You get this false floor with underfloor storage. I just have some blankets and miscellaneous cleaning stuff back here and an extension cord. And then underneath all this, you get a little more storage for your EVSE. And in there you can see I have the Super Cruise module, so there's no room for a spare tire or anything more than just the charger. So, speaking of the charger, I love this accessory. This might be one of my favorite things this car comes with, mainly because it comes with an adapter, kind of like a Tesla, for a 1450 NEMA outlet adapter, and you can pull this piece off, which I'm not going to do because I have one hand right now, and it has an adapter for a 120 volt outlet, so just your standard wall outlet. Brilliant. I've already used it once and it's coming real handy, so absolutely love that. When Super Cruise isn't available, you have adaptive cruise control, which you can see from this icon here next to the lane keep assist. I love this, and I think of it like Super Cruise Lite. It does everything Super Cruise does, except you just have to steer. Another small upgrade, but a nice one, is the sunshade mirror is upgraded from the 2017 Bolt and now has lighting and is a lot bigger. Also, the sunshade now actually retracts when you pull it out. So the 2017 doesn't do this. So I like this because it's more helpful for blocking out the sun when driving. It's also worth noting that it's the equivalent on the passenger side as well. Here's a shot of the sunroof opening. It doesn't really serve too much of a purpose for me, but I think it's a pretty cool feature to have nonetheless. One feature I'm kind of neutral on is the one-pedal driving mode here. I don't use it very much, but it is a lot more refined than the 2017 Bolt one-pedal driving mode that I had. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll really like it in this car. Also, the upgraded speaker system on this car, I feel leaves a lot to be desired. I don't think it's great, but it's certainly not bad. So, kind of a neutral feeling for me on that feature. One feature that I'm kind of neutral on / disappointed with is the auto rain sensing head wiper blades. It doesn't work more than it does work, and I know you can adjust the sensitivity with this knob here, but quite honestly it doesn't really help, and it's not that useful. One thing that bothers me about this car, and this may be a problem that's specific to Android Auto, specifically wireless Android Auto, is when I launch wireless Android Auto, because it uses Wi-Fi to connect to the car and transmit data to the head unit, I notice that when I try to play music or do navigation or any kind of Google function, it will default to the Wi-Fi network, which does not have data in my car unless you have an OnStar subscription. And it takes a very long time, and sometimes it never switches to LTE to process voice requests or to play your music. So that gets kind of frustrating when you can't use any of the internet functions of Android Auto wirelessly. One disappointing thing about this car is that it has the same 55 kilowatt maximum DC fast charging speed as the 2017 to 2021 Bolts. It's slow, and it really feels slow when you're using it. The nice thing about this charging port, however, is that it's lighted, and I think this is limited to the launch edition, but that's a cool feature to have here. And those are all my favorite and least favorite things about the new 2022 Bolt EUV launch edition. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to, feel free to subscribe. And if there's any other questions, please post them in the comments for anything I might not have covered, and I'll try to answer you. Try to keep this video as short as possible just to get to the point on all of my favorite things. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you all later.